Hello, Anthony Elementary community. It's Mr. Carmona. I have made this short video to give you a quick update as to where we are during the COVID-19 school closure and to give you some information about the remainder of the school year, schoolwork, grades, report cards, when we're coming back to normal, food distribution. And if you stay till the end, I've got some information on a free school supply giveaway that we'll be having here very shortly. But first of all, boys and girls, hello. I miss you guys so much. I truly do. Boy, you're the best part of my job is seeing you in the hallways every day, in the cafeteria, in your classrooms learning. And I do miss that part of my life. And I hope we are back to normal soon. I'm giving you a virtual hug. And I'm going to ask you for your help. Will you help me? I think the best way to get back to normal is that we all do our part. And it's easy. The thing that we need to do right now is stay home. So please stay home, stay away from other people, and that's going to help us stop the spread of this virus, and it will help us get back to normal sooner rather than later. All right, so parents, some updates. Meal times. I'm sure you're aware by now, but I want to review it. On April 13th, they began to distribute food at a different time. So on the 13th, they started distributing food from 11:30 to 12:30, but only on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So 4 days a week. Kitchens are going to be closed on Friday. So on Thursday, kids will receive lunch for Thursday, breakfast and lunch for Friday, and breakfast for Monday. So it's real important that you're aware of those changes. And remember, if for some reason you feel like you can't bring your student with you, because right now, to get the meal, your student has to be in the car with you. If you feel like that's a burden or one of your kids is sick, please reach out to your classroom teacher. They will reach out to our school counselor who will get a hold of you, and we'll try to come up with a plan. But we really, the best way is to just bring your student in the car with you to grab that lunch and go. So that's about all I have to say about meals. The big question on everyone's mind is, when are we coming back to school? The short answer is we don't know for sure. The official word that we've gotten from the New Mexico Public Education Department is that we are still planning on having K-5 Plus, the summer program. So until we hear something different from them, that is our plan. So we're filling up the classes, we're taking registration through your teacher. So if you're interested and you haven't told anybody, you're wondering, am I registered or am I not? Ask your classroom teachers. They have access to the list of who's registered and who's not, and they can get you registered. So as of right now, we're planning on coming back to K-5 Plus like normal, and we're planning on reopening school as normal. That being said, we don't know. We don't know what the state's going to do as far as, and we don't know what the numbers of infected are going to do between now and July, between now and August. So our best guess is a guess. So that's the best we can do. Let's talk about student grades. So right now, we are in what we call the fourth quarter of the school year, and quarter 3 is over. And right now, we would typically be taking grades for the fourth quarter. Due to this closure, no grades in elementary are going to be taken. It's different for high schoolers. So if you have a high school student, please don't listen to this and say, there is no grades in high school. It's different. But at the elementary here at Anthony, there are no grades. Teachers are still giving lessons. They're still there to give you feedback. They're still there to answer your questions. You should be able to pick up the phone and call them or text them. We're here for your student. But you are the one, you as a parent, determine whether or not the schoolwork is appropriate, how much of it you want them to do. Of course, if we had the choice, we would want them to do all that we're putting on there. But you know your student's situation the best. So the short answer is we aren't taking grades for the fourth quarter. Who will be my student's teacher next year? So on our school webpage, We are going to be posting the names of the teachers and what grade they're going to teach next year. That'll be up tomorrow, which is Thursday, April 24th. Once you see that, if you feel very strongly that you want a particular teacher for your student, I'm going to ask that you email me a request stating which teacher you want and why. What is the push, or what is the issue that you want that teacher. My email address is gisd.k12.nm.us. I'll put a link down at the bottom so that you have that available. And I need you to email me that before Tuesday, April 28th. That will help me make the rosters for next year. Alrighty. Will my child be held back in the same grade? That's a question that we've been getting a lot. No, absolutely not. Unless, if your student was a second grader, you should plan on them being a third grader, unless your child's teacher has already had a conversation with you about your student being retained. And it's probably not. Of 380 students, we have maybe 4 students who really need another crack at that same grade level. So chances are your student is going to be promoted to the next grade level. Another really good big question, one that we're struggling with as a school district also, is what do? I don't have a computer, or I have a computer but I don't have internet at my house. How am I supposed to get online to access the lessons? Well, first off, I'm going to remind you that nothing that we're giving students right now is for a grade. It's considered enrichment, and you as the parent, you as the leader of your household, determine what you want your student to be doing. We want them to access the lessons online. There's a lot of learning accessible. It would be good for you to have a computer with internet. So my first advice to you is, if possible, if you can afford it, if you are financially capable of doing it, now is the time. Now is the time to buy a computer. Now is the time to get internet. The district did a wonderful job of distributing Chromebooks, loaning Chromebooks to anyone who needed it. But many of you were not able to get to the Chromebooks. Some of you are not getting my remind messages or the school messages. So let me take a time out here and say, if you're not getting the remind messages, you really, really need to. That is the best way that we can give you information into the palm of your hand. If your phone number changes, pretty please, with sugar on top, let your teacher know so that they can tell me and I can update the number in the system. It's very important that we have a current phone number for you so that we can communicate openly. So if you are in a need for a computer and you weren't able to make the first Chromebook distribution, I'm sorry, but we don't know when we can give out more Chromebooks. We want to give them to you. We have them, but we're trying to figure out a safe way to deliver them to you. Having a line of cars and my staff out there handing Chromebooks out right now just doesn't make sense. So make sure that you communicate your need to your classroom teacher, to your student's classroom teacher. I also have another big tip. If you have a computer but no internet, the district is making every high school parking lot a Wi-Fi hotspot. So you can drive in to, for us, it would probably be Gadsden High School on Mondays through Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Drive in, don't get out of your car, but you can access the internet there. So what we envision is that you'll be able to download the lessons that the teacher is posting, maybe hook up and go to one of the online meetings with your teacher, and then come back another day and turn that work in. So again, that's Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at all Gadsden Independent School District high schools. There will be security there. We're asking you stay in your car. There are no bathrooms, so plan ahead. If you're gonna go, make sure you don't need the bathroom, because they're not gonna let you in the building and they're not gonna let you out of your car. So it is a drive-in internet service for you. So let me finish up the video again by saying, boy, we miss you and we're working really hard, believe it or not. I do not think that the teachers are on vacation. They are working very hard, reaching out and providing as much support as we can to our students. I've never worked so hard, and I'm working for my home. Tomorrow, we are going to be giving away small bags of school supplies in our parking lot. If you drive up, we'll be handing those out. We don't have one for every student in school. These are donated by the after-school program that's provided by New Mexico State University. So thank you, New Mexico State University. But it's first come, first serve. When we're out, we're out. We'll close the gates and stop distributing. But please drive by, say hi, and we'll ask you to pop your trunk. We'll put however many students you have in your car that are Anthony Elementary students, we'll put a little school supply bag in your trunk so that they can have some supplies at home. But that's the end of my video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying healthy. And if you need anything, remember that remind message that you get, you probably got a link to this video through a remind message from me. If you reply to that message, I get the message to my phone personally, and I can answer any questions you might have. Don't hesitate. If you have a question, ask it, and don't feel like everybody sees your question. I'm the only one that sees your question, so there is no dumb question. Have a great day, and hope to see you soon.